everybody.
Hey, thank you, dog. It's Friday.
Happy up, everyone.
Gather your pups around. We got a good one today.
Yes, we do. There's a little bit of patience involved, but they're going to love it once we get to the end.
Yeah.
So in case you're new around here, I am Hillary Buchholz, and I'm here with Patty Quinn.
Hello.
And we are the co-founders of We Heart Hounds, and we like to get together every Friday and just do something fun in honor of our love of pups. So that could be crafts, it could be all sorts of things. Today it happens to be a recipe, and it's a turkey pumpkin gelatin gummy dog treat. So this recipe was actually inspired by Proud Dog Mom, and I do have a link to her recipe in the description, so you can check that out. But what I love, I've never done a gelatin dog treat before, so this one was fun. It was a new kind of experiment,
like gummy bears for dogs, right?
Yep, exactly. It's like a fruit treat, but this one obviously pumpkin and turkey.
Yeah.
And because it's fall, we thought the flavors of pumpkin and turkey, what goes better with fall than pumpkin and turkey?
Perfect. Any time of year, really, but this is, it's perfect for this. So.
And all you need, it's 3 ingredients. So it is the actual ingredients, super simple. So the first thing that you're going to do is take about 1/4 pound of ground turkey, and you're going to cover that with water in a small saucepan and boil that for 15 minutes. So what we're doing is we're kind of creating our own turkey broth. So not only are we going to use that turkey,
we're cooking the turkey and still making some broth.
Yep. So we'll be using both parts of that water. So you're going to want to boil the turkey for 15 minutes and then reserve at least 1/2 cup of that turkey broth that we'll be using. So I have my turkey broth here, 1/2 cup
right here.
And I'm putting this, you can use a blender or food processor. I have just a little Ninja. So our 1/4 pound of turkey, cooked turkey, and then 1/4 cup of pumpkin puree. And for the pumpkin puree, you want to make sure, don't get pumpkin pie filling. Just be sure that when you're getting the can of pumpkin, the only ingredient is pumpkin. So
yeah, pumpkin pie filling can have nutmeg and some other things that aren't good for dogs.
Yeah. And then for me, I'm going to add just a little bit of extra liquid into this. So maybe a couple teaspoons, but you could add water. I'm just going to use some of the extra broth that we have, just because my blender works a little bit better if there's a little bit of liquid in there. But you may not need that. So
I might just put a teaspoon of my turkey broth in there just to get that going. Now, Ginger's not going to like this part.
Yeah, I apologize. This part's going to be a little bit noisy, but you're just going to grind this up. You don't need to get it perfectly smooth. You're just wanting it to completely incorporate the pumpkin and the turkey and kind of get a nice mixture.
Okay.
I'm going to add just a touch more liquid.
Yeah, mine's really dry.
It really depends on like how much liquid there is in the pumpkin puree that you have, and if there's liquid, like when you're pulling out the ground turkey, if there's liquid in that turkey as well.
All right.
So there we have our turkey pumpkin mixture.
Okay. Well, mine keeps shooting out to the sides of the blender, so it doesn't want to mix or puree. So it's kind of interesting. Mine might be just chunky jelly.
And that would, I mean, I think it would be fine. You would just have the little bits of turkey kind of suspended in the gelatin. So that'll work too. So it, like I said, you don't have to have it perfectly smooth or anything.
Mine's not even getting smooth out because it like immediately goes out to the sides. I'm just going to sit here and let you finish. I'll do some other steps, but this will take me all day to like scoot this back in place and get it pureed. Or maybe I mash it with a spoon. I don't know. This is so funny. Maybe that's what I'll do. Go ahead. You go on to the next step.
So next we're just going to take our 1/2 cup of the turkey broth and add it to a bowl.
Okay.
And we've let this kind of cool down a bit. So you don't want to go straight from like right after it's been boiling. You don't want it piping hot, but it can be just kind of warm. And then we're going to take a packet of
KNOX
gelatin. So unflavored gelatin. If you don't have these packets, it's a tablespoon of the gelatin. And we're just going to mix that into our turkey broth. And I'm just using a spoon to kind of get it incorporated. Sometimes if you start getting little clumps, just try to break them apart so that you can get that gelatin all the way incorporated into the liquid. And the hotter your liquid is, the more likely that you'll get some kind of lumps and things. So that's why you let it cool before you.
Okay. You want it nice. You want it warm. You don't want it cool, completely cool, so it'll help dissolve the gelatin.
And then you just keep stirring until it's incorporated. And you'll notice it'll start to thicken up on like your spoon.
Okay,
so you'll see it start to come together.
And I'm mashing my turkey here still.
So we got our liquid here.
Yep, got mine all congealing.
And then we're just going to add our turkey pumpkin mixture to that liquid.
Okay.
And you could also, like, you can customize this with whatever flavors you want. So you could add some turmeric to this if you wanted. It would make it a little bit brighter. Like if you wanted a little bit more orangey or a little bit more yellowy. And turmeric has great anti-inflammatory properties. But you could also, use a different meat if you wanted, or no meat at all, and just add to the gelatin whatever flavors your pup will like. So you could do, pumpkin and apple, or peanut butter and pumpkin. So really the sky's the limit.
What's nice about, you were talking about the benefits of turmeric. If you were to use that, gelatin has got a lot of benefits too. It helps with joints and for senior pups, and hair and skin and nails and all that good stuff. So you're right.
And then just combining that gelatin
a little lumpy. I think it'll still taste good.
Yeah, I think it'll work just fine. So like I said, the texture will be a little bit different than
like a pure gummy.
Yeah. So once you have it all combined, it's nice and...
Yep. I'm not going to show mine. Mine's too lumpy.
And then the very last thing is take some silicone molds. We have these adorable little bone-shaped ones.
Yeah.
That these are wonderful. So you can kind of see how this bone-shaped silicone mold, it's kind of shiny in that the actual mold here. compared to like I have this one
Right.
where it's a little bit more dull throughout.
Right.
Now both of them work fantastically. So, but the ones that have this shiny kind of finish, the Jello comes out super shiny once it's set too.
Cool.
So
yeah.
And the texture of these is fantastic. So I was telling Patty, like the boiling the meat portion of the process at the beginning was not my favoriteest thing in the whole wide world. But taking these out of the molds once they've actually set is like the most satisfying thing ever.
That's like popping bubble wrap or something, right? It's like all right.
So, and if depending on the size of your mold or the size of your pup, you can obviously adjust this however you need to. But the silicone molds really do work fantastic. So
that's great.
Like I said, this is the first time working with gelatin for dog treats.
Yeah, me too.
And so I was a little nervous, like, okay, how's it going to turn out? Are they going to come out of the molds? Anything like that? And like I said, it was perfect. They pop out beautifully. I do clean them up because it's really difficult to, I guess you can't see. So I've filled a few of these here.
Okay. Yeah.
And you'll get a little bit of overspill just depending. Mm-hmm. So once you have them filled, you can come back in with like a damp paper towel and kind of clean up around the edges.
Okay.
And that helps because if you have little areas where there's the edges still sticking, it will kind of have little bits and pieces that are kind of off the edge of your treat. But yeah, so you just fill these up to full and then put them in the fridge and allow them to sit for at least 2 hours to actually solidify completely. Okay. And then you can pull them out of the molds. And then these ones have been sitting out, so they're not quite as shiny as they were right when I grabbed them out of the molds.
Oh, those are so sweet.
The texture is...
they're jiggly.
They're absolutely
jiggly
that. And jelly, and
I love
that. Yeah, they're adorable. They're so cute once you pull them out. And to store them, as I said, I left these ones kind of on this plate, so they got a little bit not quite as shiny. If you have them in an airtight container, that'll keep them a little bit shinier and stuff. So,
and I think if you put them on the plate for just a little bit after you've taken them out, they'll dry a little bit so that when you put them in the container, they're not going to be sticky to, stick to each other and things like that. So give them a little bit of time to kind of air out from the mold inside the refrigerator. And then you can kind of after a little bit, you can put them into a container. And I think they last up to 4 days in the fridge?
I would say. Yeah. So it makes a pretty, it makes quite a few. So if you have little tiny pup like Ginger, I would have the recipe because it's going to be hard to go through them that quickly. So
right.
We have a couple little taste testers here. Come here, Lulu. Come here. Oh, nope, you got to come right here.
Yay, Lulu.
And then I have this. We are puppy sitting this little petite one. So this is Izzy. So we're going to give her a little half a bone.
Yummy, yummy. That's awesome. I love it. This was so much fun.
We would love to know if you guys try these out. Please let us know how they turn out for you. If you customize the recipe, we just love that kind of feedback. So please let us know. If you know somebody that you think would enjoy these, share, subscribe. All of those things mean the world to us, and it really does help us out a ton.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much, everybody. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait to get mine finished, get them in the fridge, give mine to little Ginger. She's sitting here waiting, chomping at the bit to get some. A little scared of the blender. I kind of gave her that warning, but she really wanted to be here with us today. But yeah, I can't wait. And even if they're little chunky monkey, little gummy bones, then, that's what mine ended up turning out. But it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see what they look like when they're all done. Thanks, Hillary.
Yeah. thank you, everyone. And
thanks, everybody.
Yeah, please let us know if you liked it. And oh, also there, as I mentioned, there's a link in the description to Proud Dog Moms. But later on today, there will also be a link with pictures of each step and everything. So you can check that out as well. So,
all right, great.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.